I started making videos with Animation Look Back Disney, this was the first movie that I ever publicly revealed as one of my personal favorites. For number 3, this is The Emperor's New Groove. It really is interesting to know that this started out as something completely different. I remember watching the documentary The Sweatbox, where it said that it was originally going to be a more dramatic film that would retell the story of the Prince and the Pauper with an Aztec theme. But honestly, I don't think it would have been half as interesting to what we have now. Out of all the Disney films out there, this is hands down their funniest movie from beginning to end. And I even loved it since the very beginning when it opened in theaters. Now, the movie itself has the basic elements that would make a great movie. Fantastic writing, nice animation, memorable characters, all the works. But in order to make a great comedy, there are 2 elements that are very important to get it right. And this movie nailed them both perfectly. The first, of course, is the humor. I tried to think about why is it The Emperor's New Groove is so funny, and then I had a realization that it shares the same style as the Looney Tunes, which makes a lot of sense since many of the animators there were heavily influenced by the cartoons. It doesn't just stay with one style of humor, it gives out a variety of them. It has slapstick, great wit, breaks the fourth wall, subtlety, parody, unpredictability. You never know what will they make you laugh with next. Unless you're like me, who has seen the movie so many times but still laugh at the jokes the same. But the humor wouldn't be the same if it weren't for the unforgettable characters. With Kuzco, he is the best example of the lovable jerk. Now, I know I said that before about Honest John and Gideon in Pinocchio, but Kuzco is a different kind of jerk, like Daffy Duck. He's just so egotistical and loves himself and his position as the emperor so much that it makes me love him. I mean, if you become a ruler, wouldn't you want to have this much fun by doing so? But then there's also Yzma and Krunk. With the magnificent performance of Eartha Kitt and Patrick Warburton, they turned the usual evil, vengeful ex-worker and the bumbling assistant into something that's just downright hilarious. In fact, they're usually the ones with the funniest scenes in the movie.
Pull the lever, Krunk. Wrong lever!
Huh?
Why do we even have that lever?
Not only that, but even the little things can be memorably funny here as well. From the minor characters like Pacha's kids or the waiters in the restaurant, to the more simpler animation style that actually fits the tone of the movie really well. And then there's the second element that makes this a great comedy, which is a lot of heart. Being funny is one thing, but you got to have some nice heartwarming moments in order to make it a true feel-good movie. This actually comes from Pacha. Just from the humbleness he has with a major care for his family and actually going out of his way to actually help a jerk like Kuzco supplies enough heartfelt moments in the movie alone. But the true heart is actually the relationship of Kuzco and Pacha. They obviously have their differences, in fact they're pretty opposites, but we want to see them have it settled so they could succeed, and the only way they could do that is by working together.
Hey listen, Pacha, you know, what I said to you back at the diner, I didn't really...
So, you tired of being a llama?
Yes!
Now, as much as I am praising this film, and I do consider it one of the greatest animated comedies, this is not to say that this is the only good one out there. Sure, in recent years, I've seen a lot of bad ones, and I do mean bad ones, but there are some other great animated comedies I really do enjoy, like Madagascar, the first 2 Shrek films, the Despicable Me movies, and another personal favorite of mine, The Road to El Dorado, just to name a few. But if I do have to give animated comedies a name, it would have to be...